All right, can y'all see it's good? I'm here with the Fit Gorilla. Hopefully we can, I wanted him to share his story in regards to starting out the Fit Gorilla business in general, you know, with the m.o.s.t mindset, successful thinking, Moto short for motivation. And we're here with one of our faithful folks from the community in general.
Yes, sir.
But you know, we just got you getting a good workout in. That's why the collar look a little loose and all the other stuff.
You see the necks.
You see the necks. So the thing is, but I want him to share real quick the brief story in regard to how he got started, because you know, wind might be blowing, so I hope y'all can hear us good. But we talked about how you know, we start things on our own, we start things for ourselves, because sometimes we got to go out there and just get started, period, because you may not have an opportunity for someone else. And so that's why he started his own deal with the Fit Gorilla, you know, with his own fitness program, because people may start out saying, hey, you can't do that, it might be tough. But while we were talking last night over dinner, I was saying, man, I want you to share that story with everyone else, with the m.o.s.t community in general. It's a good, powerful story in general. So I wanted him to do a brief testimonial about why he started his own Fit Gorilla idea.
Okay. So where the start really is, of course, we all got ups and downs. We start different places. I started in the gym multiple times. Going into the gym, lost, not knowing what to do, and I was looking for a motivation to get me to actually work out. Looking everywhere. The motivation came from someone close to me actually telling me, man, it's time to actually do something. That's when I started the gym. Still lost, still confused, but I kept going. You start somewhere. With everything that we do, we got to start somewhere. And we overthink everything, and we try to put it all together at one time. So that's what I was trying to do. But I slowly got to a point that I'm motivating myself. I'm in the gym every morning. I had to find a time that worked for me first of all. So 4 o'clock in the morning was the time that worked for me.
That could be pretty early.
That's early.
That could be pretty early, but the thing like you just said though, mainly is because you decided to do it, you came up to it yourself. So no matter how many diets you done started, no matter how many programs you done looked at online, until you made a motivational thought in yourself to actually say, you know what, I have to do this. And then also it took something outside. The best motivational speakers, like CT Fletcher mentioned, that there's those individuals that told you you can't do something. Those are the most motivational speakers in life, because at that point is when you get this chip on your shoulder and you gotta knock it off. You know, so I'm glad that, you know, I'm happy, and I'm quite sure now that he's happy. He done dropped 200 pounds for those individuals that told him that he cannot do it, or you're never gonna do it, or you're gonna always be making excuses. And that's why he is where he is.
One thing you gotta put it in your mind. Everybody has the want to do something, not even just fitness. Everybody has the want to do something, but until it's mentally driven, you know, you'll be lost for a while. I mean, for a second. But once you get it in, you start going, boom, that's it. Somebody tell you can't do it, or, you know, whatever the motivation is, once you find it, you just keep going. And that's where I'm at now. And now I'm trying to motivate others. That's why I became a personal trainer myself, which is the Gorilla Fitness. Became a personal trainer myself to help others in this journey. Whether it's to gain weight the proper way, lose weight the proper way, or just stay where they are now. You know, there's ways to do it. So that's what I push myself to do now, and put it on to others to keep moving.
But you wanted to do that. Now that you did it for yourself, you said, let me help somebody else do it, right?
For sure.
But so you thought the best way to do that is by going to a gym, and you thought for sure, I done lost over 200 pounds. They were probably, over 100 plus. Is it 200 actually?
It's 180.
180. So
180.
I lost 180 something pounds. I thought for sure people want to actually say, okay, you lost this weight. Now I can go into the gym and say, can I be a trainer? But it wasn't that easy though.
Nah, it definitely wasn't easy.
It wasn't easy at all, because people may tell you what?
First of all, going to the corporate gyms, everybody needs somebody, well, they say they need somebody with experience. But when you even when you first out of college, you don't have experience in certain things. You have the degree, and you don't put in the work for it, you don't have the experience. So instead of keep going to these gyms people telling me that I don't have the experience to personal train at their area, I decided just to do my own thing. So I jumped out there, boom, Gorilla Fitness. I found somewhere where I can train at and train my way, because everybody trains different anyway. So I want to put people in my environment. And now we train the way that I feel like will help certain people. That's why, because everybody's different. Everybody moves different, everybody's different, everybody.
How many people though done told you that, man, when you told me your idea, okay, you got your weight off, Reggie, you're looking good, man, I hope that weight is not hurting this video much.
I hope so.
man, Reggie, you're looking good, you're getting in shape, and then you say, man, look, they're gonna say, can I work out with you?
Yeah.
So you say, okay, cool. Now you're making it to a point of a business aspect because everybody wants something for free, right? But say, can I work out with you? You're like, yeah, you can work out with me, right? But then it comes to a person that had to make their own decision to make sure they get, they got to be made up to go there, right? They got to have their mind made up to do that. So you say, cool, you go to the gym, they done told you, oh, Lord. Oh, we still there? We still rolling. We still rolling. We still going. Oh, let's fix it up.
We still going.
Okay. Okay. Look. So you go to the gym, right? You go to the gym, and you say, hey, can I get in? They say, no, we need somebody with some experience. But then what's funny is that the people that's so experienced, they have all this background, they may not be the best looking folk to do the training.
Yeah.
You got some folks that's plus size people like myself.
Yeah.
Then they're telling me I'm going to train somebody, right? So you do that. You're going to say, you know what? Forget that. I'm going to be like Jay-Z. I'm going to be like all these people that's entrepreneurs to say they got turned away. Master P, all these other folks that may have started their own labels and because they couldn't find somewhere to be placed. So they decided I'm going to do it myself. Yeah. And that's where Gorilla Fitness came in. That's where you just say, I'm going to go out there and do it by myself. But the fear of actually going to do it.
It's a fear, but go ahead. You're gonna just have to do it. Like that's what I told myself. You gotta just get out there and do it, because if you sit back and wait for somebody to say, okay, we're gonna invite you in and do this, your time might be, your drive might be gone, or your want to do it just might be gone. So
and then the money you want to make may not happen. Exactly. But
Definitely.
see, we be scared.
Definitely.
But look, we be scared to get started. But then when you actually finally take the jump, and then you start figuring out, oh, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, right? Yeah. Actually, now you can charge what you want to charge and actually get folks really
Entrepreneurship is a scary word to a lot of people, but especially where we from, we don't use that term. But entrepreneurs are all around where we from. You know what I'm saying? You got the guy that opened up the corner store. We don't see him as an entrepreneur in a sense, but that's his. He jumped out there. He said, I want to charge what I want for candy and drinks. Boom, you just take that same mentality. I'm not saying do drugs, sell drugs, but that's the same, you put something into place and boom, you market it the way you want to market. And that's what I'm doing with Gorilla Fitness. You work for a bigger gym, they charge so much, you get this much. You know what I mean? So once you're doing that for so long, you feel like you ain't worth it anyway. So rather than go through that process, let me just go ahead and jump to the other end. And it's gonna be a grind. I'm just willing to put in that grind right now. So that's why I'm starting at Gorilla Fitness.
The whole point of even doing this video is that I want people in the m.o.s.t community to be inspired, to be encouraged, to let them know that you're not alone in this whole thing, right? He wasn't alone in regards to saying, I want to lose weight and get this weight off. It took someone close to him, and sometimes it takes that motivation to say, you will not do it, and you can't do it. So then you actually go do it, and then you actually see that your transformation happens. People get praised for what they do. They get praised in public for what they do in secret. What I'm saying? People wasn't seeing him working out 24/7, eating better, and all those other things to actually get to where he is today. And now he's actually training folks to get better as well. You get praised for what you do. You get praised in public for what you do in secret. Remember that all the time. So the whole point of doing this was the fact of showing someone's story. That he's not alone. You're not alone. You're not by yourself in this whole thing about what you're trying to do in life, whether it's lose weight, get a business started, whatever. Whatever it may be, just go ahead and start going towards it. The fear is going to come. Fear happens, and actually fear at times can actually be good. Because when you have that fear in you, to say, you either go and put up or shut up. You either go and do it to keep talking about it, or you either going to be about it, right? So I wanted my brother to share his story about starting his own fitness brand. Also, but understanding this too, we're all a brand in general. We're all brands. We're all salespeople. We're all companies. Our body is the company, the corporation. Our life is the corporation, what we portray. And then what we're doing is showing how successful we are in life. Success, though, is all relative to the person. Success can be about money. It can be about your body, whatever it may be. But you got to find out what success is for you. But I wanted him to share his story, share the whole idea, let people know they're not by themselves, and be inspired to do something great, and not be someone that's always sitting back there and just being a beneficiary, but rather contribute to what's going on in life. So I appreciate my brother Reggie. Thank you, Gorilla Fitness, for helping me out this morning. Get me on point. I love you.
Love you.
And I want everyone to know, get with Gorilla Fitness. You see the shirts right here. Give it Gorilla Fitness. Follow on social media. Do what you need to do to get in contact with this individual to make it happen. Y'all be good.